Zoom recording. So first of all, welcome everybody. I'm in my new office, and I'm going to show you before we start the most coolest thing that I have. When I bought it, the guy was bragging that he has a muscat from the Civil War, and I made it as part of the deal. So I told him, now it's part of the deal, and you got to leave it when I'm buying the company. You have to leave it. So I have a 200-year-old gun on a rifle on that. It's heavy like hell. I don't know what this guy was carrying during the war. It's heavy like hell. Like, oh my goodness, this is so freaking heavy and long. I'm not surprised. Like, let's just finish with it. But let's go to our business. So we are here today. Niv, I see Niv here. Oh, we're here today to discuss a little bit the process of selling. How do we do sales and what are the basics of the process of selling? It doesn't matter what are we selling. Basically, everything that we do on a regular basis is some type of a sell conversation. So whether I'm trying to convince my kid to go to bed, I'm trying to convince somebody to date me, I'm trying to get a proper sale in business, I'm trying to convince my boss to give me a raise. It's all a sale of a product, a sale of myself, a sale of an idea, whatever it is. And the idea behind it, how do I do it, is always the same. And what we are here to do is to discuss how can we use these ideas to get what I want. And for that, I prepared you guys a presentation. We did this Zoom a few years back, and unsurprisingly, nothing changed. Here we go. Everybody sees the presentation? Yeah, great.
Yep.
Yeah. So this is not a lecture. I'm going to talk. You guys have questions, stop me, I'll answer. Worst come to worst, I'm going to say I'll answer it later on and we'll do that. So if you feel strongly that you need to ask something about it, feel free to stop me and we'll talk about it. So where do we start? The way that I look at it, and again, this is my view on the subject, which means you can think about it a little bit differently and have an idea. It doesn't make it right or wrong. Again, it's a personal view of a process and stuff that I learned by learning from multiple people, copying multiple people, and combine it with something that I feel is a more complete view of the subject. And the first thing that I think we need to start discussing before we even going into the cell is thinking about the fact that we want to do. This is a cell process. And the first questions that comes before I'm going to do business with people is, who do I want to be? What type of a person do I want to be or I need to be for people to want to do business with me? Forget about what I'm selling it. What is my being need to be for people to want to do business with me? And this is a good idea for you guys. Give me a couple of ideas. Who do you think I need to be, or you need to be, for people to be willing to do business with you? Give me an ideas. Leo, you first. First time, straight into the pool.
Straight into the pool, huh? I guess a good person to do business with, a trustable person.
Trustable. Okay, I accept trustable. What else? Ophir, give me something.
Someone that wants to make a deal.
What do
Someone
you
that
mean?
needs.
What do you mean somebody that want to make a deal? Let's
You want to
more
sell
focus
something?
to something that obviously, if I'm thinking about it, I want to do a bill. But who do I need to be? On a personality level, give me the likable. Somebody wrote down in the comment likable. I agree, likable. What else? Give me more.
Someone that can do negotiation.
Everybody can do negotiation. Who do I need to be? A being. Who do you want to buy? Who do you feel comfortable doing business with? Think about it this way. Who will I be feeling comfortable to do business with? Honest.
Someone with understanding needs.
Familiar.
Familiar. I take familiar. Somebody said somebody that understands the needs. Let's try to more give it something more like a
Someone that knows how to communicate, responsive.
responsive. Okay, I'll take responsive. I don't know fair. Fair is not a word I'm using. I don't like the word fair because I don't know what it means. If I'm offering it, you're willing to take it, it's fair enough. A teacher, I don't know if I want to do that. I know my teacher, none of them I would want to do business with. Inspiration. Offer, I understand it, I don't know. I need practical stuff. Again, it doesn't make it wrong. Offer, don't get me wrong, it doesn't make it wrong, but I'm trying things that when I meet somebody first time, I don't know if he's an inspiration or not. Confident and expert. Expert, I'll take. Expert, because I think confidence go with expert. So I'll combine them into two. It's a good one. So all of them are right. And again, there is a wrong answer, but I don't think you guys gave a wrong answer. But I made a list of a few of them that I think are important. And again, there is no right and wrong here. Everybody can add or take off things that they can think about it. But what about friendly and pleasant? Is that people that we want to deal with? Pleasant people? Anybody wants to do business with rude people here? No. Reliable. Somebody says reliable. Professional. Entertaining. Entertaining, I mean, when I write an entertaining, I don't mean that is somebody that is a clown, but when we hang out with people or we talk to people, and we'll see an example later on, we want people that it's fun to be around. Can we agree on that? Somebody that a little bit of humor, it's fun to be around, it's pleasant to be around. So entertaining, I think, is something that help us go to what I wrote down in the bottom, and we'll look at in a second. You need to be enjoyable to be around. It's easier to do business with somebody that you enjoy their company. Available, right? Somebody said that I need to be around. I need to be available. If somebody wants to buy with me, I need to be available to respond to him, right? If somebody said, "Oh, I want to do business," and I call him a week later, what is my chance to do the sale? Drops dramatically, right? I can tell you that I'm a group now. I'm part in a group now. That the entire part of the group is to give tip to each other, work tips, and I'm always surprised because that's the entire thing. But then I send a tip to somebody and he called me a week later to ask me details about it. So you lost a week of the client is looking for somebody to do the work, obviously. So somebody wants to buy, it's a good idea to react quickly and be available to do the work with them. Familiar is very important, I agree. Why is familiar important? Anybody knows why familiar is important?
It's a shortcut, right? You don't have to work so hard at getting to know them.
It's a trust thing. When
Yeah.
I'm familiar with somebody, even if it's a one side, which means I just know their face, I don't know them really, but I know their face,
Yeah.
my mind automatically communicate it or translate it into trust. So it's easier to do business. By the way, there is a bias. It's called a bias of familiarity. I tend to do business with things that look familiar to me. It's called a bias of familiarity. And last one will be unforgettable. And I like unforgettable because not every sale is immediate. And if not every sale is immediate, if I can find a way for people to remember me when they want to do a sale or to buy something, who they're going to remember? The one that was unforgettable. You want to give you an example? I like this there because it worked very well for me. So this is my business cards. So first of all, you can see it's not a regular business card. It's a gold print over black, which always a good thing. It's not like a regular, but what I have on the other side is a sign, is the logo of my company, which is elephant. So I used to go to networking events, and whoever had the chance to be in a networking event, there were 30, 40 people that you don't know, and everybody stand up and say, what do they do? And in the end of the circle, everybody talked. Do you really remember anybody? 99% no. So what I used to do in that meeting is I used to stand up and say, my name is Tal, you're not going to remember me, but I'm the guy with the elephant. And sit down. Now I did something different. When I go to people and I pull my card, it's like, you are Tal, the guy with the elephant. I'm that one guy that you don't remember, you don't forget between the 30, 40. Why? Because it was different. So when you think about it, and it's like, okay, what makes me different from other people, or how do I make myself a little bit different? So a month from now or 2 months from now, whatever it is, when the guy gonna think or the girl gonna think about, oh, I need to buy something, or I need, how they're gonna connect it to you if you did something remarkable that's gonna impress them, or they're not gonna forget you. Like, oh, this is a guy to talk to. I remember that. Oh, I spoke with the guy a month ago. Okay, so think about it when you start working on your pitches, or you're working on your company, or whatever it is. Not just how do I do it, how do I do it differently in a way that people are going to remember me. Questions? No questions. Yeah. So this is the thing. This is even before I'm starting the process. I'm thinking about, I'm putting myself, my conscience in a way people wants to do business with me. And we can't talk about sales without talking just a little bit about marketing. Okay? Basically, we want to split the process into 3 stages. And the first one will be marketing. What is the purpose of marketing? Do we have any marketing people here? No. What is the purpose of marketing? What do I try to do in marketing? Not that, for sure. What am I trying to do in marketing? Come on, guys.
To reach the target audience
Okay. What
or
else?
wide audience.
Exposure. I'm trying people to see me, right?
Impressions,
else?
yeah.
Yeah. And what else? Now that people are
Branding.
exposed to it, what else? What's gonna happen from that? Tom, come on, continue. I
Branding, no?
exposed it. It's exposed to everybody. Now what happened? Go back to what you said.
Reputation.
What?
Reputation.
No, it's not reputation. What I'm trying to
before
get,
selling?
I'm being very practical now. I exposed it. Now what will happen? I create
interest and
traffic.
traffic.
Lead.
Okay? I expose it. I create traffic. What do you mean traffic? What do we mean when we say traffic? So exposed as much as possible, right? Okay? I create traffic. It's a funnel. Anybody heard about the word funnel?
Yes.
I expose it, and now I create traffic. Okay? Let's say I'm a real estate agent. Okay? I have a list, I'm renting apartments. I have a list of 500 units. Which unit I'm going to market?
Your best
Best what? Best of what?
of what you have.
The best of what I have? How do you describe what is the best of what I have? The biggest is the best. The most expensive is the best. The prettiest is the best. What is the best?
The one that sounds better, that sounds nicer,
That will do what? The one that will do what? I'm a
that the
marketer
audience
now.
that the audience would like to click or to hear more, or yeah,
The one that's gonna create the most
impressions, traffic.
traffic.
Okay.
I want to get a phone call, right? I want these clients to call me. Is that mean that I'm gonna market the one that I want to rent?
Not exactly.
No, the
Not
answer is
exactly.
no, not exactly. The answer is no. What is the purpose of marketing? The purpose of marketing is traffic. Once I get the traffic, then my job is to convert it to a sale.
Sales.
So let's say I have 10 apartments. 5 of them are sounds very attractive on paper, but 5 of them are physically attractive. What I will do is post the one that sounds attractive, but sell the one that are
Less.
actually attractive. Because the purpose of an apartment of marketing is traffic, not sales. After I get the traffic, my job is to convert it to a sale. Does that make sense? Tom, you look like you have no idea. Like you disagree with you.
No, I used to work in the field for 4 years back in the day. But by the way, after the sale, do you want that the same person or company that will come back?
That has nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
What that has to do with what we're talking about now? I agree with you, but what that has to do with what I market versus you call me and said, "Oh, I saw this apartment look great."
Mhm.
That's all I want from the purpose of the marketing. That's it. You called me, I got it. Now my job is to see what is the best solution for you. We'll discuss it later on. But the purpose of me posting was what? To get you to call me. Now, if you want to rent the apartment that I posted, I will take you to rent it, don't get me wrong. But when I'm thinking about the one that I'm going to post, it will be what? The one that's going to get the most traffic.
Tal, I think there is one stage that is missing between the traffic and the sale.
Which is?
The stage is opportunity. I mean, you get the traffic.
Yes.
The traffic will create opportunities. The opportunity means how much is the rent and stuff like that. Talking
that's
about
part
the
of the
selling, and
sales.
then you move to sell.
No, that's a sell pitch. Okay. We have 3 steps. Anybody know what the 3 steps are in the entire process? Marketing is one. Marketing, the job of marketing is create traffic. Now I have traffic. I have people calling me, they want to rent an apartment. So I created the traffic. Now they are calling me. Now what do I do? What is the second step? The second step is the sell, which, Ophir, what you're saying is go into that. I need to understand what they need. We'll discuss in just a second and then present them with an opportunity. What will be the last one? The last step?
Contract.
What?
Signing the contract.
How does it call? Closing. Okay. So I create traffic. I convert, I do sell pitch, and I close it. That's a deal. That basically the three steps. So when I sit down and think about the process, I need to remember the purpose of the marketing is to create the traffic. You see today a lot of companies that when they do commercial, not necessarily discuss the product, because I'm not trying to sell the product. I'm trying to get people interested enough to call me about it or ask questions about it. I create traffic. I'm not trying to discuss necessarily the good or the bad or why to buy it or what to buy it. All I create is enough interest for people to say, you know what, this is interesting enough to be interested. Now I'm going to call a salesperson, I'll discuss it, and then I'll see if it fit my need or doesn't fit my need. But the purpose of marketing is creating traffic, and you got to remember that, because if you're going to try to sell while you're doing marketing, I'm not going to say it's a big no-no, it's just a waste of opportunity, the way I see it.
I would just say that there is a big difference between sales online and maybe what you're meaning. Because there's like 5 steps of marketing when it's usually online, mostly.
Well, I didn't understand. I'm sorry. What is the difference?
There is this, I just Googled because I forgot, because I was working in this field for 4 years back in a day. So there is this marketing model, which is what you said, exposure, which is awareness and interest afterwards. There is consideration, it's after
You're getting into the detail of the marketing, which I for sure I agree with you. You're getting in the detail of the marketing, which I didn't want. All I wanted to do to make a point is that there is a marketing, and the purpose of the marketing is create traffic. How do you're now getting into how do I get traffic, which I try to not to get into it.
Okay.
You're true, but again, that's you're breaking now the marketing, while what I'm going to try to do is to break just the sales part. We'll discuss also closing. So you're true, you're absolutely right, but that's the breakdown of the marketing itself. But the purpose of the marketing, the entire purpose of all of it was to get the traffic at the end. How do you do it in the purpose and telling stories and all true? But by the end of the day, it's a big funnel to get traffic at the end. That's all my point was. But I agree with you. There is step into that as well. No question.
We're on the same page.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. So the purpose of it, of the exposure, it's exposure and get traffic. And again, there is step into it. How do you do it right and wrong? I agree with all of it. Where do we start doing marketing for whatever we want to do? Come on, guys.
Audience. Target audience.
What?
Target the audience that you want to market to.
When do we start doing marketing? When is a good time to do marketing? Yesterday. Marketing, there is no early enough to start doing marketing because it takes time. So we want to do it, start early and do it all the time. This is something that I don't rest from doing it because it takes time to convert it after. So we start doing marketing all the time. we start as early as possible. I talk to a lot of real estate investors that tell me, oh, I don't have experience. It doesn't matter. My marketing, my exposure, my people getting to know me, getting to know, it's never too early to start doing it. Worst come to worst, you're not going to convert, but at least you're going to start having this conversation with people. People are going to start knowing what you're doing. People get to know, familiar with your product if you have a product. It's never too early to start doing the marketing, to create this familiarity visual, okay? So people know who Tal is. If I keep on putting on Facebook, whatever it is, they see my face. Now they are familiar with my face. They know what I do. They know that I do. Even if I'm not trying to sell anything, they know Tal. They know Tal is doing real estate, right? Okay? And they know that Tal know what he's doing. That means that what it means to build rapport. Anybody know what rapport is? What the definition of it?
Reputation?
It's not just reputation. It's a combination of a good reputation, a good connection with the client. So when I say, oh, I build rapport with Tom, is a combination of Tom trusting me, feel comfortable with me, we communicate. It's a combination. There is no good word for it in Hebrew, but it's a combination of relationship, reputation, professionalism, all of it together, that the client get to the point that he said, I feel comfortable doing business with Tom because I build rapport with him. I feel comfortable with him. I trust him. I know that he's a professional. It's a combination of things. But the point of it is, when you say build rapport, is the client feel that he's ready to do business with you, or is willing to do business with you, or you are somebody that he can do business with. Okay? We need to find a word in Hebrew for it. And the last thing is obviously volume. Because we have a targeted audience, but we not necessarily all the time can market just for them. And anyway, not all of them looking for my product at the same time. We want to be able to do it in a volume that a lot of people, some of them will be interested, some of them will call me, and for some of them we sell. Bigger the volume, at the end, more clients we have. We agree, Tom? Perfect. And Ted Turner, which passed away not long ago, had a very famous saying about it. It says, early to bed, early to rise, work like hell and advertise. This is how we do business. We work and we advertise, because advertise brings clients. Questions, anybody? We didn't even start it. Questions? No questions.
Advertise, bring leads,
Yeah,
and after it, you have to
that's
finish the job.
That I agree with you. Now we're going to go to sell, but I want to make sure that we understand that we can do sales without bringing clients. So the job of marketing, as we described it, the job of marketing is bring potential client. The job of sales, the sell part, which we're going to discuss now, will be to take this client and offer them something that they're going to be willing to buy. The job of the closing will be to make them pay for it. Okay? But it got to start by, how do I bring client? And we do clients by marketing. How exactly we market is a different story, but we need to do it. Okay? I'm a big believer that marketing is a habit. It's a habit. It's something that you do as part of what you do. I had a friend of mine once called me and said, I spoke with him, and she said, how do you have time to write about real estate so much? And I tried to explain to her that I don't find the time. This is part of work. This is what I do. So it's like she thought it's something that I do on top of work. While if you understand that this is part of your marketing, you understand this is your work. If I'm doing something, but I don't have somebody to buy it at the end, it doesn't make any sense. So I got to have marketing part of me, and it's a habit that I do on a regular basis all the time. I also a big believer that there is no, again, I'm not gonna say no too much marketing, but if you have something to say it. If you have something to market it, and let people see it. And more they see it, better your chances are. There is anybody here that doesn't know the company called Coca-Cola? Who doesn't know Coca-Cola here? Everybody does, right? They still market. They still have marketing campaigns. Why a company, probably the most familiar company in the world, still bother to market, to do marketing? Because you got to do it to keep the brand on. You got to market it to keep people engaged with your brand or your product, whatever it is. You do it all the time, anywhere you want. In 1996, I went to Bolivia. And in Bolivia, I went into a raft. And it's a true story, I swear to God. That wasn't even for tourists. So for a week, I went into the jungle, sleeping on salt bags. And one of the most amazing things that I saw there, we're going up the Amazonas, and around one of the curves on the Amazonas, there is a big sign of Coca-Cola in the middle of the jungle, I swear to God. Maybe 10 people go there every week, go up this river. There is still, in the middle of the jungle, a big sign of Coca-Cola. This is what we do. We do it all the time, everywhere we can. I also like to do it in all media possible. Obviously, today, with social media, it's much, much easier. It also made it much cheaper to do versus if you're talking about 30 years ago that you had to buy on the paper or whatever it is, or on the news or TV or radio, whatever it is. Today, social media. I had a conversation with a guy in my office right now. He's like, oh, why you bother to do these little videos, these 30-second videos? And I showed him, I put it on Facebook. I have in an hour 1,500 views. People that look at the video and they're exposed to the brand, was exposed to the service. How much it cost me? $0. So social media is very, very important. I will take it one step forward and I say, if you have a product that you are thinking about also the next generation, I know that not a lot of people like it. I'm a big fan, TikTok. Because TikTok is a younger audience. Facebook is older audience. Instagram is somewhere out of experience. I'm saying my experience, I'm not there. And then, but if you're talking about younger and you're like, oh, I'm looking to keep my brand 10, 20 years, younger audience, more TikTok than Facebook, you got to keep that in mind. The way that I want to bring my message is built on something called the Golden Circle. Anybody heard about the Golden Circle? So the Golden Circle is a marketing concept that the most famous company that uses it is Apple, and we can argue with their success. That says that the message need to follow 3 steps in the right order, which is, why do I do what I do? how do I do it, and what do I do? So if I'll break it down, most of you guys know me as a real estate guy, so I'm going to explain to you as a real estate guy. Why do I do it? I do it to build wealth. How do I do it? I do it by investing in real estate. What do? I buy residential buildings. Okay? Now, if you're looking in Apple, why do Apple wants to be the most advanced. They're doing it by developing a new technology, like new technology or disturbing new technology. What do? They build the iPhone, which was new at the time, for example. So why do I do it? How do I do it? What do actually I do? This is the order of the message. If you guys like, you can Google it. It's called the Golden Circle. There is a very interesting explanation about it. So when you build the message, it's not, oh, I'm not going to write down whatever I want to write down. If you follow that, that goes better with clients. How do I do? Why do I do? How do I do? And what exactly do I'm doing? Questions? No. And I want to keep it simple. People don't like too complicated stuff. If I can keep it simple, people can understand. I can talk to them high level. That's a perfect situation for them and for me. And the last thing is sexy and different. We already discussed a little bit the need to be different than the competition. And I say sexy, I don't mean in the sexiest way. I mean interesting to the eye. So not sex by definition, but sexy to the eye. And I'm going to show you a couple of examples of what I think is bad marketing versus better sexist marketing that it's easier to look. So this is an advertisement for a company that do diets. So that is one way to promote your company, but there is another way to do it. And what is easier and more comfortable to the eyes and more engaging, do you think? The big one or the small one? Which one is better? Personal opinion, come on.
The bigger.
The bigger one. This, for example, is a bad example for me, I think, to advertisement for food, obviously, but I didn't like how they put it, a little bit on a little bit too sexist versus low common subject to do versus a very simple but delicious looking advertisement for a sandwich. This is a commercial, an advertisement for an ATV company. And as you can see, not very interesting to the eye, with a lot of writing that nobody even bothered to write and read. And we said you need to keep it nice and simple and sexy. And this is a picture from commercial to a company that are pretty much the same. Which one makes more interesting to the eye to do? Obviously, the Batman look more interesting. You like it, you buy it, different story. But the visuality of it looks a much more sexy and engaging. And of course, we have Liquid Death. We spoke about it a couple of times. Liquid Death is a classic way to defer yourself, to be sexy and defer yourself from the competition. Who knows what Liquid Death is? No one? Yeah, so Leo was right. Liquid Death is a water company. All you have in this cans are water, but they were looking for a way to defer themselves from other clients, other companies, water companies, and they came up with the concept of Liquid Death. It was originally was marketed for bands that, oh, sorry, a music band that want to be on stage, but not to look like they are drinking beer or water. So it had to be look cool, but at the same time, they need to be sober. So they came up with the concept of Liquid Death. But also the marketing was a very unique marketing. And I'll show you, and I promise you, you're never going to forget it
Hi,
ever again.
I'm a professional.
You're never going to forget their commercial. And after that, you understand what it means to be different than everybody. Everybody see the lady?
Hi, I'm a professional actor, and I'm getting paid to tell you about a revolutionary new product. For years, a bunch of marketing fuckboys have tricked you into thinking that water is just some girly drink for yoga moms. Just look at all the cute brand names and dainty little bottles. Well, hold on to your hot pants, because I got news. Water isn't cute. Water is deadly. It kills innocent surfers and snowboarders and kayakers. Every year, water is responsible for thousands and thousands of deaths. Energy drinks only kill like one or two kids. So please, don't fall for the marketing bullshit. Water is not yoga. Water is liquid. And that's why this brand needs to exist, to finally give water the ice cold can and ice cold name it deserves. A brand that parents will hate, but kids might love. Made from the deadliest stuff on earth. Please, enjoy responsibly.
We're going to forget it now. So they came and said, okay, who are my clients? My clients are rockers in their mid-20s. So it's a little bit humorous. You never, definitely not going to forget it. And they're selling a pretty simple product. So they definitely differentiate themselves from the rest of the water company. Can we agree on that? Anybody knows how much the company worth today? They're in the billions. The value of the company, the billions. The guy that ran the company owned it is a marketing genius. That's what he came. He came from marketing. That was his background. And if you guys Google, they have a bunch of very interesting commercial, and it worked. Different, a little bit funny, unique presentation. It works. So when you guys do your marketing, keep that in mind. You can't, if you do like everybody, you are one of everybody. If you do it differently, it looks different. So now we finish short marketing. Let's go to the sell part, which are the main thing that we want to discuss. And we have a few rules for sales, and there is 3 of them, the main ones. What will be the first one? The 4 rules of sales. Anybody? Where is Tom? Tom. Quiet. Everybody's so quiet. What is the first rule of sale? Come on, guys. I'll help you. I need to identify a need, provide a solution. And if I can identify a need and provide a solution, I have a good chance to have a sale. Okay? What will be the second rule? I need to put the product in the hand of the client. We'll go over all of them in a little bit. And the last will be I need to pack everything nicely. If we follow these 3 rules, we did most of our work in the sales department. And how do I identify what the client needs? How do I do that?
I ask him.
Ask a question, guy. Excellent. Okay. I want to identify, right, what he wants, right? What he wants, not what I want, what he wants. Okay? I'm doing it by asking a question. And after I ask you a question, what is the next thing that I do? What do we do after we ask a question?
A survey?
What?
Survey?
No.
We listen. Listen.
We listen. We close our mouth and listen to what they have to say to us. Okay? That is probably the hardest part for salesperson, to listen to what your client tell you. I sat down once in a sell pitch to like a resort apartment, and the guy was talking to me, and I stopped him in the middle of the speech, and I said, I'm not interested in what you have to say. All I care about is the numbers. And you know what he told me? I need to tell you what I need to tell you. That means that he didn't listen to me. So I said, if you want to tell me what you want to tell me, not what I want to hear, I'm just going to go. And I left. After I ask a question, I listen to the client has to tell me. And after he tells me what he needs, what's going to be the next step to make sure I understand?
Confirm?
What?
Confirm?
Not to confirm.
Offer.
I know
Give him the offer.
No,
Repeat.
I'm going to ask him clarifying questions. So, oh, I need cleaning. I'm in the cleaning business. Oh, I need you to clean the house. What exactly do you want me to clean? I want you to clean everything. Do you want me to clean the air ducts? Oh, no, air ducts, no. Okay. Do you want me to clean the inside or the outside? Oh, no, the outside. But you just said everything. So I'm asking clarifying questions. I'm letting him explain to me into more details his exact need. Now I can custom made if I have a solution, I have a solution. If not, I'll try to custom made. But I'm gonna ask him clarifying questions to understand his need. At this point, I don't even speak. I ask a question, he answers. I have nothing to say at this point, other than explain to you what you want. How can I help you? Close my mouth. I'm here. I came. What do you need from me? I need you to clean everything. Let's go to the details. What is everything for you? Maybe your everything and my everything is a different everything. So I'm asking clarifying questions. Okay? Now that I understand all of it, I will offer him a solution that is good for the buyer. This is another thing that I'm not going to say all, but many salesperson fail to do. I don't offer the client what I have to sell. I offer him what will benefit the client and be a truly good solution to his needs. Okay? My job is to service the buyer, to service the client. What happens if I don't have a solution for him? Let's say I'm there, explain to you what you want. I don't have it. This is not something that I can offer him. What do I do with him?
Referral?
What?
Referral?
Referral is an option. I agree with you. We can discuss referral, by the way, in just a second. I'll tell you something about referrals. What else? What is another option? How about to tell the client I don't have it? I don't have a solution for it. Do I get the sale? No. What do I get?
Trust.
Trust. The next time, I agree. The next time, he said, oh, this guy didn't try to stack me with something that I didn't know. At least I trust him. Okay? So if I'm looking as a salesperson, if I'm smart and I'm looking in the long term, not only on my immediate result, but in the long term, maybe the right move is to say, I can't help you this time, but keep me in mind for next. Because now at least, going back to building rapport, the guy is a professional, and also he didn't try to stack me with something that I don't want, or I don't need, or just try to get money out of me. Of course, there is a salesperson that use it as manipulation. I don't know if you ever went to a clothes store and say, oh, this doesn't sit good on you. What happens immediately? Oh, she's not trying to stack me with something that I don't like. The next time she's going to say, oh, this looks good on you, your tendency to believe her is higher because she told you no the first time. So that's a little bit of a manipulation that they're using, but keep in mind, it's okay to say, client, I don't have a solution for you. I apologize. I'm not your guy. Okay? But I'm going to want to go back to something that Tom said, which is a referral. What is the problem with a referral? There is good things to it, don't get me wrong. But what is the bad thing with referral?
There isn't a credibility if you referral and you don't get the money.
Let's say I get the money. That has nothing to do with money or no money. What is a technical issue with the referral? Let's say I do cleaning and that specific thing that he wants, I don't do. And I send him to somebody as a referral. What is the issue with it?
You lose the client. Next time you will call the
I
referral
said-
guy, not this.
I send him to my competition. So what will be a better solution?
שיתוף פעולה.
You're not far, but my preferred way to do it is to say to him, no problem. Bring somebody to do it. I'll pay them, he'll pay me. He doesn't need to know necessarily. Subcontract the job. That's a legitimate business practice. And I keep the client. And even if I didn't make money over it, which you can, but let's say you decided not to make money, at least I kept him as my client. From his end, I provided him a solution. He doesn't need to know that I subcontracted it to somebody else. He got a good price, whatever the price is. I didn't make any, and he's still my client. By the way, that gives you an opportunity for next time to say, you know what? I do provide this solution. I provide it as subcontractor. I started doing it now with my company. Until a month ago, we weren't doing air ducting. Now we're doing air ducting. Do you think no? We bring a company, part of the cleaning, they do the air ducting. The client doesn't need to know. So do you want air ducting? You say yes, look, no problem. And you get a full solution. If I wasn't doing that, when you want air duct, he would call the air duct company and now he's talking to the competition. So as if something is in your realm of business, you need to reconsider, and it's better to be prepared in advance to say, you know what, I can help you with that, even if from your business perspective, it's require you to use somebody else, but at least you provided a solution to your client, which is the most important thing. Sending your client to somebody else should be your last solution. You really don't want to do it. We agree? Not agree? Even if it require me more effort, it's worth it. I think, my personal opinion, it's worth it. He's my client. I made him happy. Next time, he's gonna recommend me. He's not gonna recommend anybody else. He's gonna write a Google review to me, not to anybody else. Even if I didn't make money out of it, I have something to gain from helping the client. Fair enough? That's my opinion. Rule number 2, put the product in the hand of the clients. All of us know it. Give you an example. Give me an example of putting the product. You guys all know it. Putting product in the hand of the client. Come on, Adil. Give me an example.
Try it, smell it, feel it.
Give me an example. Actually, example where you somebody put a product in your hand with the hope that you're gonna buy it.
If I want to rent you an apartment, so I will get you inside it and make you feel like it's home for you.
How is it called?
Showing.
Open house.
Open house.
Open house, which go together with, we're gonna have it in just a second. Open house will go together with staging and stuff like that. We'll discuss in just a second. sorry, guys. What give me another example. Bob, give me another example for putting the product in the hand of the client.
You
The
want to buy a
tasting.
watch. Sorry. You want to buy a watch and you put it in the hands of the client. Jewelry.
Jewelry. What else? Especially for the girls. We don't have girls today, but girls, very famous. Every
The
man,
smell.
every man had to encounter it in some point in his life.
Makeup.
Makeup. Makeup is an
Make
excellent example.
get the perfume on her skin.
Yeah. So obviously the most common ones will be a test drive to a car, right? Makeups. When I go to supermarket, they have a new product. What do they do? If I go to a supermarket, there is a new product they want to sell. What do
Let
they
me
do?
taste it.
Tasting. Yeah,
Taste-
that's exactly what it is.
Taster.
All of it is, it's exactly that. All of it is exactly that. That create one, I have experience with a client, with a product, and I also, if I literally put it in your hand, I create what? Sense of ownership with the product. I create a sense. And again, Adir mentioned it, I open house, which is a staging. I let you imagine yourself in the house. That all of it is exactly that. Today we have the 3D tours. I'm not a big fan, but 3D tours. And I'm sure each and every one of you in your field, there is some type of putting the client, the product in the hand of the client versus you have a software, you're doing a demo. If you are, whatever it is. I'm sure you guys can give me an example. I don't know if somebody here, something interesting. There is some kind of putting the product in the hand of the client because that's a very basic sales tactics. Okay? Fair enough?
Yeah, another example is in the software when they give you the trial.
What is a 30-day trial, free trial?
Right.
That's exactly that. Like, oh, you're going to start working with it. You're going to get used to it. You're going to have now part of you. Now it's difficult to disconnect from it. Okay? The last part of the sales is packing everything nicely, yourself included. And of course, what is the most famous example for this in the world? Any guesses? iPhone. Who has an iPhone here? How is the experience of getting the iPhone out of the box? Do you guys know that this little vacuum that you do when you open the box? Who has a iPhone here?
I do.
I do. Do you know when you open it, there is like a little vacuum that it takes you a second to
7
open?
seconds. Mhm.
You know that it's on purpose?
Yeah.
Why is that on purpose? To create you excited. That it's experience by itself. All of it is an experience by itself. The package is part of the product. And this is why it's important. Now, if I'm buying a phone, it's the box. If I'm a real estate agent, who do I need to package nicely? Myself. I want them to take me as a listing agent, right? So the packaging is something to stop and think about. How does it look to the client? I want them to buy it. It needs to be part of the experience. Okay? And there's a couple of packaging ideas that when you think about it, like, oh, it makes a difference. It's just a bag, right? Just a grocery bag. But it's nicer like that. You can argue, right? This is a baguette company and a spaghetti company from New York City that they package the pasta like the Empire State Building. It's just pasta. Is the product different? No. What is different? The package. Who recognize this dude? Nobody recognize him?
Rogan?
Seth Rogen. With which Seth Rogen do you want to do business? This is also packaging. Because if Seth Rogen was a real estate agent or a banker or whatever it is, the way that he packaged himself also makes a difference. So when you are the product, you also need to think about this. Now, most of the Israeli look like this Seth Rogen. But if you want to be different, basically in Israel, it's very easy. Look like this. Obviously, in Israel, go for full suit is a thing. But I can tell you, when I come to Israel and I do business, I'm always with a shirt, like a button shirt. Makes a difference because you look different than everybody, just a button shirt. Because everybody look like t-shirts. So when you thinking about, and again, in the United States, it's a little bit more common to dress up for work, but as Israelis as well, this is part of packaging, and obviously you can see the difference. And I doubt if there is more than one person here that really think that the t-shirt is better than the suit. Questions until here, to this point? No questions. Some technical stuff about packaging, especially packaging yourself. Okay? So we discussed dressing. When you're meeting clients, when you want to do a sell, put the sunglasses away. Okay? Especially when you first introduction. So let's say I show up to the meeting. We are meeting outside and I have my sunglasses. My recommendation, the first time you come, you approach somebody, take the sunglasses out, give a good handshake. After that, you can put them back. But the first, when you are, let them see your face. Especially people that like dark glasses or mirror one or something like that. It creates distance, and we want to build rapport. Take the sunglasses out, look them in the eyes, shake their hand, and after that, if you continue, especially outside, you can put it back on. But the first thing, it's a trust thing. Let them see your face. A good handshake and a smile always works. I think it's a very easy to understand it. Same from a compliment. A compliment goes very far. If you're meeting with a lady, shoes, dress, whatever it is, always be appropriate. I'm not saying. If it's a guy, shoes, sunglasses, car, whatever it is, suit, whatever. Find something to compliment them on. Okay? People like it. You don't need to lie to them, but you can find something that you like and say, oh, I like your glasses, I like your pen, I like whatever it is. Okay? Very, very important in that regards. Humor and keep it light. We discussed that. business is serious, it can be too serious, especially if you're not in the life-saving business. I'm in the cleaning business. Nobody gonna die from what I'm doing. Same for real estate. This is not life and death. You can smile. It's gonna be fine. So you keep it light. When you do it, you also want to keep in mind that if you're meeting different clients, I can have the same joke all the time. So the joke doesn't need necessarily to be, I need to find it on the spot. You can be prepared with jokes as well. And when you meet clients, you can repeat the same joke. They don't know that you told this joke 100 times before. But keep it light. You prepared for the meeting. Part of it is having a couple of funny anecdotes that you can use. Okay? That may break the ice, let people feel more comfortable, and then you can continue to do business. Okay, so we keep it light. We want to keep it light and humorous. Again, you don't need to be a clown, but it needs to be nice. Obviously, you want to know your stuff and your details. That part of being a professional. You want to match this. It's called mirroring. It's part of mirroring. Anybody know what mirroring is? So I want to match my client. And part of it is speaking tone and speed. So let's say, Ophir, I'm going to use you because you are my top guy. Let's say I talk to Ophir. Ophir, take off and Ophir wants to buy whatever it is for me. And he talks very, very slow. Ophir, help me here. Talk to me that you want to buy my phone, my car, and talk very, very slow. You are mute. You are mute. Unmute yourself.
Hi, Tal. I want to buy a car.
Hey, תשמע,
What's your-
Ophir, my car is very,
Yeah.
very good. I have the best car in the world. It's such a nice car. It's very fast. It sounds different. And he responds slow. He responds slow.
Sorry, this is not my question. What's your price?
It's a great
and,
car. It's red. It's yellow.
Okay,
It's
good.
fun. It's that. I took it to Miami. It doesn't match. So if I'm talking to Ophir, I will say, Ophir, thank you very much for calling me. I have a great car for you. I took it to Miami. I had no problem. I want to match the tone. On the other side, if he's talking very, very fast, if I respond slowly, will that work? Same no. So I want to match the speaking and the speed of my counterpart. And it's something that I need to think about it when I talk to clients, like, how do they talk? How do they talk to them? And I need to match them more or less. Okay? And goes to behavior and conversation. So it's not just how fast and what tone, also style. If he's a very friendly guy, can I be very strict with him? Probably not. If he's very strict and call me Mr., can I talk him with his nickname? Also probably not. So I want to be able to match them in their style as much as possible. Okay? Questions? No. The last thing that you want to do is to agree. You want to agree with everything. It doesn't mean that you accept everything. but you don't tell clients you're wrong. I understand. Can I offer a different view of it? You're right, but there is another way to look at it. I didn't say it's wrong. You're right, but I can do it different way. I don't tell client, no, you're wrong. That creates what?
Antagonism.
Antagonism, exactly. I don't want to create antagonism. I want to build our relationship and direct it to the way that I want, and there is ways to do it without saying him, oh, you're wrong. I understand. I don't need to agree or to accept it. I understand. Can I offer another solution? We can do 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, that's a great idea. Or no, he might be say no. But I'm not going to create antagonism by saying, oh, that's not the way to do it. Oh, that's a way to do it. I didn't thought about it. We usually do it differently. We do 1, 2, 3, 4. Anybody knows Kenny Brooks? No. So what I want to use now is to show you Kenny Brooks. And Kenny Brooks, what I want you guys to see when we are talking, when you are watching, sorry, is how he implements everything that we just discussed. Oh. What's going on? Oh, here we go. I want you guys to see what's going on there. Here we go. I want you guys to see how does Kenny implement everything that we just discussed. The humor, putting creating a need and providing a solution. Let's talk about the basics 3. Identifying a need, creating a solution, or presenting a solution, putting the clients, and in this case, since he's the product, how he does the entire process nice, so the client gonna feel comfortable with it, okay? And we can talk about it after.
When I was running my cleaning business by myself, I was limited to what I can do in a day. I wasn't able to hire or price correctly. I was so afraid of
You
not
guys see
looking
it?
professional and being tired
Yeah, you guys see it?
Now we
of
can
all
see.
the admin work.
You see the video?
Yeah.
Well, actually, I'm gonna be quick like Nestle and beat it like Michael Jackson. That's why your neighbor said I remind him of Nicolas Cage because I'm gone in 60 seconds. But watch this right here, Dad. Look, who does this the most on the window? The kids, the dogs that are ugly black guys that eat fried chicken. Now you see these water spots? Look, they get whiter than my elbows without lotion. Watch this, Dad, and I'm out here. Because Stevie Wonder says seeing is believing. And I got a disease called enthusiasm, so I'm gonna cut straight to the mustard. Watch this though. Don't laugh too hard because the neighbor's gonna see this black kid scrubbing your window, okay? But look, wax on, wax off like Mr. Miyagi. Remember the Karate Kid? Now watch this in air dry. Look, it puts a coating on your window. No water spots, no fingerprints, no streaks. That's why we can't sell it to criminals. Don't tell OJ or Tiger Woods, okay? They've been loving this stuff. Now, Dad, you and Mom, y'all would agree. Oh my God. You see this right here? Who did that one? Who did that? Okay, watch this. Now, my mom said if it's darker than me and it don't pay the bills, it shouldn't be there, right? God bless you. Now look, this right here, we just upgraded like Beyonce. This is our new surfactant. Hold this and watch this, because this should be the main reason why you get the HBO special. You know what HBO means? No. You get to help a brother out. Yeah, I've been on the road like toilet paper. Half of your neighbors in the community, they say they just go get it because I'm funny, because this stuff sells itself. Look, you just go back and forth like an argument. Now, I ain't a teacher, but look how I split that like Moses did the Red Sea. Paint me green, call me a pickle. And look at this right here, look. Goes good with chicken. Don't drink it, though, it'll give you the Hershey's first. But look, that one bottle lasts longer than my last relationship. Y'all got water, right? Yeah, high five, you qualify to use it. Oh yeah, mom. Now this is my last demo, and I'm out your hair quicker than your favorite shampoo. Y'all familiar with these right here, Sharpies? Yeah. Now watch this. Even though I'm black, it ain't black magic. It just worked. Cause look, say you got this in the clothes or the carpets of the laundry. Would you agree that's hard to get out? Probably. Would you throw it out, shout it out, get OJ to stab it out, Mike Tyson to bite
Throw
it
it
out,
out.
Kobe Bryant to well, he was.
Oh, okay. You were done.
It was a multiple choice funny joke because you know you can't put bleach on colors, right? Sure. Look at this. This safe on colors. That's why we couldn't sell it to Sammy Sosa. But look, you just spray the spray, right? Now, this right here takes out ink, blood, coffee stains, grass stains, Kool-Aid, lipstick, gum glue, candle wax. Would you say that's whiter than a Colgate Smile? No. Oh my goodness. You see that? Can I use it on my teeth? It ain't Jesus in a bottle. I use mine, they turn brown. No, I'm just kidding. But no, you just use it on for your house. What's the hardest thing to clean? Would it be carpet, the tile, barbecue grills, the shower doors, that oil and rust in the driveway that's blacker than my mother, but not as beautiful, or that calcium right there?
Can I put this on YouTube?
Yes, ma'am.
What are you selling? What is it?
Personality. Sure. But this sells itself though. It's called Advantage, the Wonder Cleaner, best thing since cake and ice cream. Now, unlike Madonna, it's never been touched. So you only put 2 caps in a bottle. And well, I just come, most your neighbors, they just get it because they like me. Y'all familiar with Tony Robbins? Yeah. See, I'm taking this course because this is how Jamie Foxx started off door to door. And he said 2 years of door to door selling is equivalent to 4 years of college communication. How you interact with different people. That's why half of the neighbors don't buy it because of work. They just get it because they like my tenacity because they said it in an easy task going door to door.
How
And I'm
much
pretty
is
sure-
it?
I'm pretty sure Windex and bleach ain't never knocked on your door, made you laugh. Well, mom only got the camcorder just to tape them, right? High five. That's all. That's all.
Oof. Okay. So, did I took it off? Yeah, I took it off, right? Yeah. So he comes to the door. He identify a need, either the window or the sewer thing over there, right? He offer a solution, which is whatever he has in his hand. He demonstrated. That's what it means to put it in the hand of the client. The client see it works, right? And he give it to him to hold. I don't know if you guys noticed. He literally tell him hold this for a second, right? And all of it is very, very nice because he's a nice guy. Basically, he's selling his personality. I don't know if you noticed what he said. He said, what are you selling? He said personality, but the product sells itself. So it's him. It's him. It's fun to be. He's funny. He's nice. Perfect. Right? No answers. Everybody quiet today. So this is Kenny Brooks. He's like a top-notch dude. Okay? The big secret, we discussed it a little bit, is a volume. You got to be able to do it in a volume if you want. Sales, there is a statistic, I don't know how accurate it is, that says that no matter what you're going to do, 30% going to hate you, 30% going to like you. So basically what you're working is only on the 30% that are not sure. Because the one that's not going to like you, not going to like you. And the one that's going to like you, going to buy anyway. So who are you actually working for? The one that didn't decide it. So that's 30%. And if I want to have it in a volume, in enough clients, I got to work in volume, and more volume I have, more sales do I have, more sales I'm gonna have. The next step from sales will be what? So I did the marketing, I got the people to come, I did the sales pitch to them. What will be the next step? Closing. What is the definition of closing?
Signing the contract.
Exactly. The exchange itself versus signing a note, but I'm exchanging product for, most cases, money.
Money.
Okay? So if I'm going and having a pitch to somebody, but at the end I can make him to sign it, he can like it, whatever it is, but it doesn't worth it. Okay, I need to be able to close a deal. So that is the third part. We're not gonna get deep into it, but the closing part is very, very important by itself. And also the movie Glenn Ross. Closing is for coffees for closers. You know this part? You want another video or no videos? Another video? Adil, your decision. Another video.
Absolutely.
Okay, let's do another video. So this is from a movie, Glenn Ross, Glenn that. And over here it's about real estate agents, and you get pissed of them because they don't close deals. So they're doing all the work, but they can't close it. And in the middle of the call, the middle of he is busting the balls, the guy is going to drink coffee in the middle of it. And he get pissed off. And this is probably one of the most, in the United States, a very known movie. And this is one of the most famous things in the movie.
Let me have your attention for a moment. Because you're talking about what? You're talking about bitching about that sale you shot. Some son of a bitch don't want to buy land. Somebody don't want what you're selling. Some broad you're trying to screw, so forth. Let's talk about something important. Are they all here? All but one. Well, I'm going anyway. Let's talk about something important. Put that coffee down. Coffee's for closers only. You think I'm fucking with you? I am not fucking with you. I'm here from downtown. I'm here from Mitch and Murray. And I'm here on a mission of mercy. Your name's Levine. You call yourself a salesman, you son of a bitch? I don't gotta listen to this shit. You certainly don't, pal. Because the good news is you're fired. The bad news is you've got just 1 week to regain your job, starting with tonight. Starting with tonight's sit. Oh, have I got your attention now? Good. Because we're adding a little something to this month's sales contest. As you all know, first prize is a Cadillac Eldorado. Anybody want to see second prize? Second prize, a set of steak knives. Third prize is you're fired. You get the picture? You laughing now? You got leads. Mitch and Murray paid good money. Get their names to sell them. You can't close the leads you're given. You can't close shit. You are shit. Hit the bricks, pal, and beat it, because you are going out. The leads are weak. The leads are weak. Fucking leads are weak. You're weak. I've been in this business 15 years.
What's your name?
Fuck you. That's my name. You know why, mister? Because you drove a Hyundai to get here tonight. I drove an $80,000 BMW. That's my name. And your name is you're wanting. You can't play in the man's game. You can't close them. Then go home and tell your wife your troubles.
What you see what they try to emphasize, I think, in that scene is, by the end of the day, what matters is your ability to get them to sign. But if you see the sub of that scene is, he's selling them an idea that they need to close. And how does it? It creates a need He said, guys, you all fired. And if you want to get your job back, this is how you do it. I'm giving you a leads. So he offered them a solution. He created a need. He fired all of them. So now they need to get their job back. And now he offered them a solution, said, this is the leads, go and close them. He offered them a solution. So even that was a sell pitch. This is what you guys need to do. About packing it nice or not, his idea was to rock them, so it was done nicely, but in a bitchy way. But you guys need to remember, you got to work on the closing part of the deal, because doing all of it and not being able to get them to sign in the end, it doesn't help anybody. So keep in mind, coffee is for closers. This is where the money exchange ends. And it needs to be practiced as well. How do I get people at the end of my sell pitch to actually sign it? Any ideas? Basic stuff, guys. How do I get people to do what I want? Tom, come on, dude.
Maybe to repeat the pain points.
The what?
I-
Repeat
like
what?
I don't like it, but maybe to repeat the pain points, like to understand why from the beginning it came to this table, and to repeat that.
So that's still a sales pitch. I want to talk about the closing. How do I get them to the signing part?
Tell him that in 1 week he have this kind of, he will get something else, some kind of present or something, but he needs to sign in 1 week.
Before that, how do I get somebody? If I want you to do something, what is the first thing that I need to ask you? To do it.
Listen.
Just ask you to do it.
Read it.
Not read it, do it. Call for action. When I'm finishing a sell pitch, the next sentence come with my mouth will be, I'm going to send you a proposal, read it, sign it. I'm telling him to go sign it. It's a very simple. If I'm going to say, oh, thank you very much, have a great day, you have a great house, at the end of I'm going to see a job, we'll talk. I never asked him to do anything. Anybody saw on the call now? It's called call for action. There is a term for it. It's called call for action. Tell them what you want them to do. I'm going to take you, I'm going to send it to you, and I would like you to review it. If you have any question, ask me. But if everything is okay, I want you to sign it. It's as simple as that. Probably is the most important thing. I'm going to tell you more than that. Do it even before you do the sell pitch. You go to a job, say, I'm going to come, I'm going to take a look at it. From the beginning, I'm directing them to where I want them to go. I'm going to come, I'm going to take a look, I'm going to send you a proposal, you'll sign it, and then we'll do the job. I'm going to tell them from the beginning where I want it to end. We're on the same page. I'm not here to play with you. I'm not here for fun. I'm here to do business, and we do business by me giving you a proposal and you signing it. It's called call for action. Tell them what you want them to do. Probably the most overlooked, simplest thing that you can do to close a deal. Tell them, let's go close it. Go sign it. Tell them exactly what you want them to do. What will be the next one? The next one will be proactive. I'm not waiting for them to call me what is a proposal. I know that it sounds strange, but people do it. Oh, what's going on? I got a job from a lady that there was a company before me that came to give her a proposal, and she had to chase them to give her a number. And she said, I just got tired of chasing them for a proposal, so I called you. I gave her a proposal immediately, and we did the job. The only thing was they didn't bother to give her a number. Took them too long. Be proactive. I'm going home. I'm going to the office, whatever it is. I'm sitting down. I'm being proactive. I'm going to send it to them. They don't need to wait. It's my job to get it done, not their job. It's my job to get it done. Follow up. I send her a proposal. I'm not assuming she got it. Maybe it went to spam. I'm going to call her. I said, I sent you a proposal. Did you receive it? Yes, I received it. I read it. Do you have any questions? No. Great. We can sign it. No, I received it. I didn't read it yet. Great. Read it. If you have any questions, a day passes, 2 days passes, you didn't hear back, I'm following up on my proposal. It needs to be polite. It needs to be nice, but I'm not giving it to, letting it to chance. Following up, what's going on with it? Let them tell me I don't want to do it, but I'm not going to assume because they didn't call me back. It's my job to get the deal done. It's not their job. It's my job. I'll be proactive. I will follow up nicely. Everything is okay. But keep in mind, this is what I do, not what they do. This is my business, not their business. It's my responsibility to get it signed and done and paid. I'm following up. Be ready for itches. Itches בעברית בלת"מים. They're going to call and say, oh, not that, not that, not that. It's part of business. Don't be discouraged by it. It's part of what we do. Part of what we do is solving problems, answering questions, doing unexpected stuff sometimes. That's part of business. So you need to be ready for it, that this is what we do. They're going to come and say, oh, you know what? I changed my mind. I don't want that. Can you send me another proposal without that part? Sure, no problem. I'll send it to him again. Oh, you know what? I talked to my husband. He does want to do it. Case that I had a case a couple of weeks ago. Maybe 4 times I sent them a proposal. One time they want to take it out. Add this one, take this one out. Part of business, no problem. I'll do that. Yeah, sure. Eventually we did the job. Okay? So be ready. Itches, baltamim, it's part of what we do. Okay? And persistent. I do it all the time for a long time. You can't assume that because you did it a couple of months, it didn't work, it doesn't work. You don't need to be stupid about it. But time is part of what we do. Real estate for sure. We discussed about time and real estate many, many times. But in any business, some people, sometimes it takes time. And you got to keep on doing the job, and you got to do the marketing and the sale and the pitch and the closing and the whatever it is for a long period of time. Sometimes it's easier, sometimes it's harder. You got to be persistent. Okay? What next? Learning and understanding. This is an important subject to learn. Is the best thing that you can do for yourself. There are books about it. I'll recommend a couple of them when we finish. Keep on exploring and learning this subject and getting new ideas. Sometimes one idea doesn't work. There is different people with different ideas. Learning about it. Very, very important. And obviously, once I learn about it, I practice it. Sit down with somebody, try it, see how it works. Try it after that with clients, see how it works with clients. You feel comfortable with it. It's like, oh, this worked very well. After a conversation with clients, did it work? Why didn't it work? If it didn't work, why it didn't work? Practice, be better for next time. Prepare. You don't go to a sell pitch without knowing what you want to say. It's not that you not do any adjustments, but if I can, I prepare myself in advance to what it is. So let's say I'm going to talk to a company owner. it's a great idea to know what they're doing. If I'm going to a sell pitch, it's great to prepare and know what we're talking about, what we're going to offer them. So prepare yourself to the conversation and don't just shoot for the hip every single time that you're going to a sell pitch, and be prepared for the closing. It's going to increase your chances to close the deal dramatically. So that is the last three things that I'm going to say. Learn how to do it, practice how to do it, prepare yourself before you're going to a client, so you're going to maximize your chances. Okay? A couple of books that can help you about discussing it. You can listen to it. This is one of the first sales book that I read. It's called How to Sell Network Marketing. It was written for network marketing, but the ideas behind it, it's good for everything. So ignore the network marketing. I know all the bad thing that there is behind it. Read this book. It's a very natural book to read and understand sales and approach to sell, marketing or network marketing, doesn't matter. Excellent book. I like it very much. Sell or Be Sold, Grant Cardone. Everybody know Guy Cardone. Also a very good sell pitch book. So it's focused on the sell pitch. Again, top-notch book, I think, very highly recommended. What complement it is a closer survival guide, which take you from the sell to the closing. So that it goes together. I know how to do the sales. Now I know how to close. One of the amazing things that they did in that book is that they wrote down closing pitches, which is literally, if he tell you that, you can answer that. If he tell you that, you can answer that. If you tell you that, you can answer that. And you can match different industries, different things matches it. So you can go over them and say, oh, this one works to me and I can use it. And I have a couple of them that I picked up from that book and I use it all the time and it works great. So definitely worth it. I have in my office, not here, in my other office, papers that I printed, just this 100 sentences. He said that, you do that. He said that. And we used to sit down and said, and practice it. We used to sit down literally and practice it. Said, if he said that, so you can memorize what you need to say in each and every case. Very good book. The Closer Survival Guide. How to Win Friends and Influence People. This is a relationship book. This book is probably 100 years old and is as accurate as you can ask it for. The reason that nobody tried to do this book again, because this book is so good and it's a classic that nobody even bother to. The only thing that when you read it is because it was written about 100 years ago, the language is like a 100-year-old language, but the principles, amazing. Blue Ocean Strategy is a marketing book, and it's about how to build a new pool of clients. How do I introduce my product to clients that until now weren't even considered to be clients to that specific product? So this way I don't compete with all the companies that do the same because they're going to the obvious clients. And how can I open new markets to my product, whatever it is? A great book to read about marketing. Crushing It, Gary Vee. I don't know if you guys know who Gary Vee is. Is a big influencer that specializes in branding, self-branding, especially through social network, social platform. excellent book. Assume that everything that you wrote down in this book is true and accurate. The guy is a phenomenal, amazing. Also, pretty short book, so not a big deal to read. And talk triggers. Talk triggers is an interesting concept. It's also a marketing book. It talks about how do I find in my business to do something small that usually financially can even be insignificant, but will make my clients talk about it. And I can give you a couple of examples if you want. But the idea behind it is my client is going to talk about that little stupid things, but in that conversation, the name of my company keep on coming up. So I'll give you an example. CVS, anybody know what CVS is? CVS, you know the thing with CVS with the invoices, of CVS? So CVS, on purpose, have an incredibly long, when you print, where is it? I'm going to put it here and I'm going to look. So print, when you buy, CVS is a pharmacy. So when you buy a convenience/pharmacy thing. So when you buy, and it doesn't matter what you buy, you get a super long invoice on purpose. So it's going to be ridiculously long, and it become a thing. And now people online making fun of the CVS thing. But when they are making fun of the CVS thing, what are they talking about? CVS. So let me show you a couple of examples which make fun. So this guy put a CVS invoice as part of the curtain. This is which one you see, guys? You guys see now? You see that? She is doing there with the CVS invoice as a part of her routine. Nobody CVS receipt. SpongeBob. He measure his height with CVS in. It's become a thing, but while they're doing it, so you need to find a way to do something small that the client gonna maybe may put a smile on their face, or what, but they're gonna talk about it. Five Guys, whoever are the Five Guys are chips guys, they do something that costs them very little, but if you go to Five Guys, if you buy a hamburger and French fries, chips, you get a bag full of chips. You can't even find your hamburger inside it. There is a hotel group here that when you buy, they gave you a chocolate cookie, the best chocolate chip cookie in the world. Everybody talking about chocolate chip cookie. They bake it on the spot when you come, and they give it to you. So everybody, it's a hotel. Everybody talking about the cookies. So you want to find something that your client talk. Oh, this is. So, for example, in my company, we give clients at the end of the job. We always leave clients with flowers. It goes together well with cleaning. So we're sitting now in a meeting with a business, and some of them give referral. And and I'm telling you, this is true. One of them, I did a clean to his job, and he's like, my sister, all she can talk about is the cleaner brought me flowers. She's not talking about the cleaning. She's happy about the flowers. So she recommend and she's very happy all the. So you got to find something that you can do that get your client, you know, oh, they're doing this little thing that you can do. There is a guy, a famous guy here that if you is a locksmith, he's gonna give you a free tour of the house and give you a recommendation for safety stuff. Okay, so you can find it, but it's a marketing tool for people to talk about. You say, oh, talk to this guy. So you need to, if you can, a great idea to do. Okay, little marketing things. It need to be something that you can do on a regular basis, not whoever gonna win a car. You can do it once. You want something small that's gonna attract attention on a regular basis. Question, guys, before we finish. It took us longer than last time, by the way. We did it last time, 1 hour, 44 minutes. We're almost 2 hours in. Question, ideas? Nothing. Yanir, good to see you. Okay, guys, thank you very much. I'll send everybody, I'll pull up I'll put it on YouTube. I'll send you guys a link if you'd like to look at it again. If you have any questions, recommendation, I'll be more than happy. If you have any good new books about sales, I'm always good for a new book. So feel free to send it to me as well.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Tal.
Thank you.
Ciao.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.